Good morning. I am Dr. Shaikhmusakrajjak, Assistant Professor in History, Maulana Azad College, Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Today, I am going to present the seminar on disaster management and disease prevention in British India. Now, I am going to share the slide. British Indian government has the policies about the disease control in British India, which territory was under their direct rule, and also they controlled or guided and suggested the laws about epidemic control in native states or princely states of Indian subcontinent. The disease in British India and its prevention time to time implemented by British government. The plague, leprosy, cholera, malaria was were the important epidemic diseases during British rule in India. The responses to these epidemics or diseases by their imperial laws in colonial India, and they started the health department, health commission for it. This is the map of British India. Yellow color shows the princely states or native states indirectly under control of British rule or imperial government, and red color shows the direct rule of British Indian government. History of Medical Department of Bengal. East India Company started the rule in Indian territory from 1757, the War of Plassey. East India Company established the medical department in Bengal or in Kolkata region, Kolkata today, Kolkata region in 1764. Also, they started medical services for military camps to control epidemic diseases or prevent the economic losses and military losses. There were 4 head surgeons for Bengal troops, 8 assistant surgeons in Bengal region under company rule, 28 maids for surgeons or helpers for medical department in Bengal. In 1775, company government established the hospital board system. They started hospitals and controlled by this board. In 1785, medical department of Madras, Bombay, and Kolkata city established because they had future plan about presidencies or provincial governments in Madras, Bombay, or today's Mumbai and Kolkata. In 1796, Civil and Military Hospitals Board separated. The military administration or military medical board or hospitals were worked under separate clause or courts, and civil hospital board separate worked for rural and urban population of company rule India. In 1858, East India Company handed over the all departments or all rule to the British Crown after the rebellion or revolt. From this scenario, in 1863, the Royal Commission of Medical or Health Services came to India in 1859, and they suggested the recommendation in 1863, and they recommended the establishment of a commission of public health in each presidency or province under British Crown or British India, and also the commission suggested to improve sanitation and prevention of epidemic diseases in society. If sanitation is there, the diseases would not become in society. In 1868, separate civil and military medical departments established in Bengal province In 1869, Public Health Commissions appointed special charges to control any epidemic diseases in British ruled India. In 1897, the Epidemic Disease Act passed by British government or by British Indian government. The Governor-General and Viceroy of India confirmed powers upon local authorities to implement the necessary measures for control of epidemics. Colonial power, colonial power was used for forceful segregations of infected persons to control plague or other epidemic diseases, disease infections, evacuations, and even demolition of infected places was carried out for the control of epidemic diseases. Medical and administrative officials had the right to inspect any suspected person or place. They may have called for detention of any person from ships and railways to control epidemic in society. This is the Epidemic Disease Act 1897. It also enhanced and changed time to time after independence of British India. Uh, the government of independent India also upgraded and had some changes in this act. This epidemic disease discussed the power to take special measures and describe the regulations as a dangerous epidemic disease. Also, the act has power of central government and about the penalties and about the protection to the persons acting under this act. In 1919, in British India, after First World War, public health and sanitization has responsible sanitation department has responsible for this epidemic diseases. And in 1920, municipalities and local self-governments responsible for the control of epidemic diseases in British India. If we discuss about the vaccination history, first time in 1870, the vaccinations started in British India. Under company, they had this vaccination system in 1802 under British East India Company. The smallpox vaccination introduced in India in 1827 by East India Company rule. In 1897, vaccination work was transferred to the supervision of sanitary commissions of provinces like Bombay province, Madras province, Calcutta province, Punjab province, etc. Huffkins anti-plague vaccines was used in India, British India, for control the plague. In 1812, during company rule, Kutch, Gujarat, Sindh provinces had plague epidemic waves and diseases in society. In 1836, Marwar state has also plague epidemic. In 1896, 1896 plague epidemic in Bombay state, especially in Pune, Mumbai Island, Karachi. And in 1896, the Plague Commission established by the government for control the plague epidemic in India. The chairman was Professor Sir Thomas Richards Fraser of University of Edinburgh. He was a very famous doctor. He born in 1941 in Calcutta and under British company rule, and he went to educate in Edinburgh, and he suggested very recommendations for control the plague in India. Also, he suggested improve the health department, and especially he suggested or guided the chemical laboratory establishments for sample study and disease control in British India. It was his good contribution. He awarded by knighthood or sir by Queen of British Empire. This was the Sir Thomas Richards Fraser's contribution. And second, the malaria epidemic also famous in British India. The Surgeon Major Sir Ronald Ross visited India and joined medical services in 1881. Also, he demonstrated, after his research, he demonstrated the life cycle of the malaria parasites, and mosquitoes carried the protozoan parasite called Plasmodium. He got the Nobel Prize for his malaria research in medical field in 1902. This is the references for used for this seminar. In conclusion, we can say the British rule has measures and the tools to control this epidemic diseases for prevent these diseases for well control on India and also secure or defense of economic losses by their ruled region. This is the contribution of Health Department and the contribution of Epidemic Act uh, of British India. Thanks for watching.